It started with the smell. Not rot, something thick, musty. Wrong. He was walking the ridge just before sundown when the woods went silent. No birds, no wind, just that feeling he wasn't alone anymore. Then he heard it, something moving behind him. Slow at first, then matching his pace. He stopped. It stopped. He turned, expecting a deer or a bear, but whatever it was stayed hidden. Then it screamed. Not an animal, not human, something in between. He moved faster, trying to get out, when a heavy branch slammed into the trail behind him. It was thrown. Another hit from the left, and then from the right. Footsteps circling him. Not one, several. And whatever was out there, it wasn't letting him leave. It was closing in. I'm Uncle Perry. I don't just tell stories, I dig up the fucked up ones most folks are too chicken shit to talk about. And I do it in a cavalier kind of way. When it comes to cryptids, I chase down the truth behind the legends. Tonight, we're back in the hills of West Virginia. Now, this ain't your typical Bigfoot story. This one doesn't run, it hunts. Folks call it the Yahoo. Oh, hell yeah! It's post time, baby! It's time to crack a frosty one, kick your feet up, and let's get it! The guy's name was Darren Cole, a local hunter. He's lived in West Virginia all his life. He knows these woods, or at least he thought he did. When he finally made it back to his truck, he didn't run. He didn't even fucking looking back. He didn't even fucking look back at first. He just kept saying later that his brain was trying to catch up with what the hell just happened. Because nothing about it made sense. He said it started late afternoon up on a ridge outside of Nicholas County. Quiet day. Too goddamn quiet. The kind of Appalachian silence, that's silence. The kind of Appalachian silence that usually means something's watching, but not showing itself yet. Then he heard movement. At first, he figured it was just deer moving through. Maybe a bear. The West Virginia woods ain't exactly innocent. But then came the smell. That thick, musky rank, like wet dog hair and sweaty ass mixed together. Not something dead, like the living funk of something nature didn't sign off on. That's when he realized whatever was behind him wasn't just following anymore. It was pacing him, matching him step for step. And that's when he heard it breathe. Not a snort, not a growl, just a slow dragging inhale, like something massive pulling air through lungs too damn big for those woods. Darren stopped. So did it. He turned slow, expecting maybe a black bear standing up or some dickhead poacher fucking with him. But there was nothing there. At least, nothing he could see. Then it screamed. He said it wasn't like anything he's ever heard in his life. Not a coyote, not an owl, not even a bobcat. It sounded almost human, but stretched wrong, like somebody trying to scream through their teeth while drowning at the same time. That's when he backed off the ridge and started moving faster. Not running yet, just trying to put space between him and whatever the fuck that was. Then the first branch hit. Not falling, not snapping off a tree naturally. It came in hard, thrown, slamming into the dirt right in front of him like a warning shot. Darren froze. He was bricking it. That's when the second one hit from the left. Then the third one from behind him. And that's when it hit him. This shit wasn't random. He wasn't being stalked. He was being boxed in. Something was circling him. He finally ran at that point, hauling ass down the ridge, slipping over rocks, pushing through brush, heart hammering so hard he thought it might pop out of his chest. And the whole time he could hear them moving with him. Not just one set of footsteps anymore, multiple, keeping pace on both sides of the tree line. Then he saw one, just for a second, tall, broad shoulders, covered in dark hair, standing just between two trees like it was waiting for him. When he turned and looked, it stepped back into the woods. No rush, just gone. But here's the part that fucked him up the most. He said they never chased him all the way out. They stopped at the tree line, just stood there, watching. Lore description. This Bigfoot variant, known as the Yahoo, is famous for its unique Yahoo scream, a high-pitched, unnatural call that echoes through the hills of West Virginia. Witnesses. Shit. Hang on, pause. Witnesses describe it as 8 to 9 feet tall with jet black fur and unusual agility for its size, weighing in between 800 and 1,200 pounds and not afraid to scrap. It's not something you want to fuck with. Sightings have also placed it in Perry County, Ohio, but its primary stronghold is Nicholas County, West Virginia. It's highly territorial and usually reported moving in packs rather than alone. One of the most common signs of its presence is tree shoving, where trees are pushed over or rocked as a warning to intruders. Research shows this behavior signals that you are in its territory and should GTFO. The rarely spotted alpha male is described as jet black with subtle silverish highlights in its fur, making it stand out. A silverback Bigfoot? Holy shit! It's extremely strong, and packs of them are said to swarm and surround anything they figure as either a threat or a potential meal. Hunters are warned to watch out for fast, coordinated groups moving through the forest. More often than not, they stand their ground and fight rather than run, especially the alpha. There are also accounts where they've been known to raid gardens and even steal pigs from rural farms. Incidentally, Yahoo is also an alternate name for the Yowie, the Australian Bigfoot. Early settler accounts. Back in the late 1700s and early 1800s, people in these hills weren't talking about cryptids or Bigfoot. They were just trying to survive in a place that could get real unforgiving real fast. And that's when the encounters started stacking up. In 1797, frontier legend Daniel Boone encountered something strange deep in the Kentucky wilderness. Folks said Boone and other hunters tracked a group of large, hairy creatures that moved unlike any known animal. Witnesses described human-like footprints, powerful builds, and eerie vocalizations echoing through the trees. Some believe Boone was the first person to unknowingly cross paths with the hairy fuckers. He called them Yahoos as a reference to the Yahoos in Gulliver's Travels. He said they threw huge stones and trees at him and chased him through the woods while he took shots at it. Jesus Christ, could you fucking imagine? As the years rolled forward into the mid-1800s, things didn't calm down. They got fucking louder. Lumberjacks working deep in Nicholas County started reporting the same goddamn thing. We're talking big, burly loggers, men who spent their lives in the woods, talking about hearing something scream out, "Yahoo!" from the tree line. Not once either, over and over, like it was calling them out. Some of those fellas said it scared the fucking shit out of them. And these weren't soft city folk. These were men used to axes, hard work, and dangerous shit. But hearing that scream in the dark woods hit them different. It wasn't just an animal sound. It felt targeted, like it was aimed right at them. What really separates these sightings from other Bigfoot stories is the damn Yahoo sound itself. It's not just noise in the background, it's described like a vocal signature, a warning, a challenge, something that lets you know you're not alone out there and you might have already crossed a line you shouldn't have. Whether those stories are fact or exaggeration, they all point to the same idea. Something big, hairy, smelly, and aggressive has been in these woods for a very long time, and it never really went away. Hunter encounters, 1930s to 40s. By the time you get into the 1930s and 40s, the stories coming out of these woods start sounding a lot less like old frontier folklore and a lot more like real people having real problems deep in the forest. Hunters would head in thinking they knew these hills inside and out. These weren't inexperienced guys either. These were seasoned hunters, men who could track deer through thick brush, sit still in freezing cold for hours, and not complain about a goddamn thing. But more and more of them started coming back with the same account. And it wasn't about deer or bear. It was about something that kept following them, not rushing them, not attacking, just staying back in the tree line like it didn't give a shit if they noticed it or not. At first, most of them tried to brush it off. Probably just a bear, maybe another hunter fucking around. But then the sounds started, and that's when shit got real uncomfortable. They'd hear movement when they moved, and silence when they stopped. Whatever it was syncing up with them step for step. And then, out of nowhere, that fucking scream. Not a bear, not a panther, not anything they could put a name to. People described it as almost human, but stretched and wrong. The worst part was it didn't feel random. Some hunters swore it sounded like it was responding to them, like it knew exactly where they were and was pacing them on purpose. A few of them straight up packed shit early and left gear behind, didn't care about pride or the hunt anymore. One guy said, "I don't know what the hell it was, but I wasn't staying in those woods another night." And these weren't men who scared easy. You don't spend your life hunting in West Virginia and just break like that unless something really got into your head. What makes all these accounts line up is the pattern, the following, the pacing, the screaming from the dark, and that constant feeling that whatever was out there wasn't lost or wandering. It was watching them move through its territory, step by step. And it wasn't done with them yet. 1970s Sightings Wave. By the time the 1970s rolled around, the experiences coming out of these woods started stacking up fast. It wasn't just one hunter here or one weird night there anymore. Shit, it was multiple people from different parts of the region all saying the same goddamn thing. Something big as hell was showing up near the edges of the forest. Locals living right up against the tree line, whose backyards basically opened straight into miles of woods, started noticing it first. They'd be outside at night, smoking a cigarette, letting the dogs out, doing normal small town shit, and then they'd see it. This tall, upright figure just standing there where the trees begin, not moving, just watching. At first, most people tried to explain it away as a bear on its hind legs or some drunk guy wandering through the wrong yard at 3 in the morning. Hey, I've been there. Because it wasn't a one-off thing. It kept happening. Different witnesses, different nights, same description every time. Huge, dark, human-shaped, but not quite right. Some said it looked too broad in the shoulders, like it was built wrong compared to anything normal in the woods. Others said it moved strange, like it knew exactly when to stay still so you couldn't get a clean look at it. And then came the reports that really started fucking with people's heads. Multiple figures at once. Yeah, not just one. A few sightings described 3 of these damn things standing near the forest edge together, spaced out like they were watching different directions. That's when it stopped feeling like random encounters and started feeling coordinated, damn it, say it. That's when it stopped feeling like random encounters and started feeling coordinated. Some people even said they saw them step back into the woods the second a light hit them. They didn't want to be seen, but also didn't care if you knew they were there. That half-second glimpse was all you got. By the end of the decade, the pattern was hard to ignore. Whatever people were seeing wasn't just passing through. It felt established. It lived there. It knew exactly where the boundary was between woods and civilization and stayed right on that line, watching both worlds without ever fully stepping into either one. Cherry River Encounter. One of the earliest accounts tied to the Yahoo in West Virginia comes from the Hammonds family, a well-known Appalachian music family that's been in the region since just before the Civil War, mostly around Pocahontas County and nearby areas. These folks weren't out hunting monsters. They were just living mountain life, doing what people in these hills have always done. In the early 1970s, WVU graduate student Dwight Diller spent time with older members of the family, including Burl and Sherman Hammonds, recording their stories. Those interviews later became part of a Library of Congress project focused on Appalachian music and oral history, but mixed in with the songs and family history were a few stories that didn't belong anywhere else. One of those came from a bear hunting trip involving their father, Paris Hammonds, Paris's father, and a man named Wilburn Baldwin. The group went out for what was supposed to be a 2 to 3 day bear hunt near the head of the Cherry River. They ended up staying longer than planned, which wouldn't have been a problem except they didn't pack enough food for it. So one man went into Hillsboro to resupply, expected back the next night. But he never showed. As it got dark, they started hearing shouting in the woods. At first, they thought it was their buddy returning, but it didn't sound right. Uncle Pete was the first to say it wasn't a man yelling. It was something else. Not long after, Dude finally returned, but he was shaken up bad. He'd dropped everything and climbed a tree just to get away from whatever was chasing him. He said something huge came at him in the dark, even trying to jump up at him from below the tree. The next day, they found disturbed ground and tracks that looked almost human, but way too big to be from a normal man. Over the years, the Hammonds family described more encounters with a massive, hairy creature that could move fast as hell, reportedly jumping 25 to 30 feet. Whatever it was out there wasn't just strong. It was built in a way that didn't make sense. Skeptics don't see the Yahoo as some hidden species of aggressive Bigfoot roaming West Virginia. The most common explanation is that these sightings are just misidentified animals, mixed with fear, bad visibility, and a whole lot of Appalachian folklore getting layered on top over time. A big one is black bears. In low light, a bear standing up on its hind legs can look shockingly human for a few seconds, especially if you're already freaking the fuck out in the woods. Add distance, trees blocking the view, and your brain fills in the gaps fast. Once that happens, anything moving after that gets interpreted as something hunting me. Then there's the psychology side of it. People in these encounters are often alone, tired, or deep in hunting situations where every sound gets amplified in their head. A normal animal call can turn into something human-like when you're already scared and expecting danger. That Yahoo scream could easily be owls, coyotes, or multiple animals overlapping sounds in a way that tricks perception. Skeptics also point out how stories evolve over time. Early accounts get retold, exaggerated, and then reshaped until they become something much bigger than the original event. A simple encounter with a bear, or even just hearing strange noises in the dark, can turn over decades into a coordinated pack of aggressive creatures. And finally, there's cultural influence. Once the idea of a Yahoo exists in local folklore, every weird experience in the woods starts getting filtered through that label. Instead of, something scared me, it becomes, it was a fucking Yahoo! Believer explanations. Believers in the Yahoo don't accept that all of this can be explained away as bears, wind, or scared hunters misreading the dark. They point out that these stories come from all kinds of folks: hunters, lumberjacks, rural families. Many of them weren't familiar with the Yahoo idea until after their own encounters. That consistency across time and witness type matters. On the bear explanation, believers argue that it doesn't hold up. A bear might explain a single mistaken sighting, but not repeated reports of coordinated movement in the woods. People describe multiple figures pacing them through the tree line, staying just out of sight and reacting in ways that feel deliberate. The tree shoving reports also get brought up here. Something pushing or knocking over trees as a warning. Believers say that kind of behavior doesn't match shit in the region. The idea that it's just animal sounds gets challenged. The Yahoo scream is often described in a consistent way: high, human-like, and intentional sounding. Witnesses don't usually describe it as random bullshit wildlife noise, but something that feels directed or responsive. Something that shows intelligence. Many cryptid researchers frame the Yahoo as a regional Bigfoot variant. That's hard to say, man. Ha! Many cryptid researchers frame the Yahoo as a regional Bigfoot variant, but much more aggressive and more territorial than typical Sasquatch reports. It could be a separate population of upright primates adapted to the Hawaiian forests. It could be a separate population of upright primates adapted to the Appalachian forests, which would explain the agility, strength, and reports of coordinated group behavior. The idea of pack movement surrounding or cutting off hunters gets taken as evidence of social structure rather than generic animal behavior. Others go further and suggest the Yahoo could be a surviving branch of unknown hominid species. Something that evolved alongside humans but remained hidden in remote areas. That theory is often used to explain the intelligence people report, like watching, pacing, and deliberately driving intruders out of its territory. Some also connect the Yahoo to similar wildman reports around the world, like Australia's Yowie, suggesting these could be regional variations of the same underlying creature. In that sense, the Yahoo isn't an isolated myth, but part of a broader pattern of upright, hairy humanoid sightings across different cultures. For believers, the conclusion is simple: too many similar reports over too many years to be coincidence. And whatever is in those woods clearly doesn't behave like anything officially recognized. And that's the thing about the Yahoo. Whether you believe in it or not, the encounters don't go away. They keep showing up in different forms, from different people in different parts of these same hills. Hunters still talk about strange calls in the dark to this day. Locals still mention seeing huge shadows standing at the edge of the woods when the light gets low. And every once in a while, someone swears they heard that same damn scream echo through the trees. Human, but not really. Maybe it's just folklore building on itself over time. Or maybe there really is something out there in the Appalachian forests that doesn't like trespassers. Either way, one thing stays the same. Once you hear an account like this, you don't walk through those woods the same way again. Do you like weird-ass monsters? Then tap that like button and subscribe. That way, you won't miss out on more of my fucked up commentary. Shit. A little too exaggerated there. That way, you won't miss out on more of my fucked up commentary. And besides, I really do appreciate it. After hearing stories like this, What would you do if you realized something was circling you in the dark? Let me know down in the comments. And if you're ready to crank that shit all the way up to 11, that join button's got your name on it. For just $2.99, you can have my back in a huge fucking way. Until next time, y'all keep it real, keep it chill, and stay creepy! Catch you on the flip. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. You are the real beast.